So yesterday I had my first DiffyQ test. It went alright. I knew how to do basically everything except for one problem, which makes me feel good. I feel like I, studied in a way that would, enable me to retain information. I didn't do a lot of cramming. I studied for about probably 3 hours in total yesterday, but I did like 45 minutes to an hour, and then I took a half-hour break and just did something benign, and then I would come back to it and again, and I think that helps. Like I said, I felt good about it. I know how to do most of the stuff, but there were two integrals that got me in the process of doing stuff, and I just got stuck on them. And I hated myself for getting stuck on them. And they were this right here. So it was that one and its reciprocal which got me. And I tried everything I could think of. I tried use sub a couple different ways. I tried integration by parts a couple different ways. I even tried to get in there with some trig sub, and it was just, oh my god, it was a nightmare. And it was really frustrating, and while I'm struggling through it, I'm thinking to myself, wow, I really jinxed myself, because a couple videos ago I was talking about how I made this folder full of practice integrals, and I was like, yeah, it's good practice, good to get the mental muscle going, but it's not going to directly help me in differential equations. Wow, that was a dumb thing to say. You should have called me out on that, guys. I got stuck on those, but I managed to do plenty of other ones to completion. And even on the ones I didn't get, I wrote down how to do it so that the guy knows that I know what I'm doing, and I just got stuck on this point rather than not knowing what the heck I'm doing. That's given me some extra points in the past. We'll see. So I made a point to remember those two integrals, and then I came home and got in bed and just got some loose leaf paper and just tried to figure it out. And I think I got one of them. I haven't checked it yet. I'm pretty sure it's right though. And then the other one I just couldn't get at all. So I'm definitely gonna have to make a point to write them down and to remember them. Probably don't even need to remember the process, just remember the integral and its answer, you know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna get back on the integrals a little bit more. Probably out of my book, just because I already have it and it's convenient, and I can, take it places between classes, before class, during breaks, in class if I want to. That was rookie mistakes for sure, but it happens to the best of us. And of course you get in the moment, and then I don't know about anyone else, but I get myself worked up, and then I can't figure something out, so I get stressed out about it, and then I get so stressed that I just can't even think straight. Like when I was trying to do one of those, I think it was x over x squared plus 1, I found myself like doing stuff with tan and like its inverse and arctan and stuff, and I looked up and I was like, how did I even get here? I don't even remember all the steps I did that led me to start working with tan in this integration problem. And it took me probably 5 minutes to look back at all of my work and figure out how I had gotten to that point. I think that ended up being right when I came home and did it myself, but obviously didn't know that in the moment. And it's not helped by the fact that I'll start in an orderly fashion on the test, because obviously you have to do all your work on it, write out things I need to do and start working them. And then I'll get to stuff like that where I have to do some type of integration method, and I'll do it over in a corner so it's not in the way, and then that doesn't work, so I got to cross through that and write down more, and then write in another place, and then write another place, and then try another method, and it just becomes so jumbled that the entire piece of paper is covered. So yeah, it was alright. I don't think I got a fantastic grade. I think it'll probably be better than what I was getting in calculus, if only because it's out of 100 points and not 19. We'll see, but I have 3 tests. If I get, like a 70 or something on it, I still have 2 more to bring it back up with, which I feel pretty good about. And I like differential equations, so I feel like that makes a difference. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.